Yeah, we're live. Introduce yourself to the audience, bro.
Hey, welcome to the live chat. It's your boy Big Will from Big Faces Worldwide. Um, that's Big Faces Worldwide, all one word. Go over to my channel and subscribe. I'm here with the boxing block, and we're going to talk about Tony Bellew and the Usyk fight coming up
Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you think first about you know,
I, I think that Usyk, with only having 15 professional fights, man, I think that, it's just amazing that the what he has achieved in this short period of time, man. And you got to commend Tony Bellew as well, man. His heart for taking on a challenge like this, coming down in weight, to face a killer like Usyk. You got to admire his heart, man. A lot of people think Tony Bellew's gonna get his head boxed off, but Tony Bellew has been the underdog before and came out on top. Um, and something about me, man, I just something always. I like the underdog, man. Something tells me to root for the underdog, man. I know everything in my mind tells me that Usyk's going to win this fight, but something tells me to root for Tony Bellew to sort of like the Rocky movie, man. Everybody want to root for the guy who nobody thinks has a chance to win, man. I think Tony Bellew has a chance to win. He has a mean left hook. His heart is one of a lion, and I think he got a real big shot to upsetting Usyk and cementing his legacy, man, as one of the best fighters, not only coming out of the UK but out of the world if he's able to pull this off.
yeah, that's true. I have to agree about that. Um, I also people are saying that Tony Belly got lucky um against David Hay. What do you think about that?
Well, you get lucky twice, two times in a row. I know they say David A. He was coming off an injury, but the second time around, man, that should leave no doubt. Like David Hay even came out in interviews recently, and he talked about how, Tony Bellew, he was surprised. He said, like, the first matchup, he didn't feel Tony Bellew's punches, so therefore he thought that he would be able to, go in there and just go in there and wipe him out, but he said he was surprised by his punching power and that he felt his punches. He said he don't know if he just starts sitting down on his punches more, or if it was a combination of that and his body breaking down, or what. But he gave him his props.
Or do you think that David Hay was past his prime before he fought Tony Belly, or you think he was just maybe Tony Belly was just too good and yeah, deserved to win? What do you think?
I definitely think David Hay was a little bit past his prime. Um, yeah, I think he was a little. He was on the downside of. I wouldn't say he was washed up, but he was on the downside of his career. Um, and I think that had a part to play in the matchup. But you know, he Tony Bellew did what he came to do, man. David Hay, fortunately, he wanted to get in there and get busy, and he lost the fight. Like Klitschko wasn't able to knock him out. He took Klitschko's best punches, and he wasn't able to knock him out. But Tony Bellew was able to do it twice, and I think that's remarkable.
Yeah, that's true. And well, my heart says Tony Bellew, but my mind says Usyk.
Exactly.
My heart wants Tony Bellew to win because this guy has been, doubted throughout his whole career. He lost to, I have, I remember the Macabo fight,
Mm,
and a lot of people thought he was going to get beat, but he came back. Even though he got wobbled and got dropped, and he came back and won, stopped that guy. He lost to Antonio Stevenson, and Stevenson just said he's going to, give to the Bellew a rematch if he is able to beat.
Yeah, I read that. I read that.
What do you think about that?
I think he's just talking. He's done a lot of talking. Stevenson done a lot of talking over the years, man. But he may give him a shot, man. He may give him a shot. Well, Tony Bellew will be giving him a shot. He'll be the undisputed champion, but he got some work ahead of him coming up against this guy, Voisic. He better be focused on him because this kid, even though he only got 15 fights, this kid is he 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 got some skills too. He got some skills too. Stevenson almost lost his last fight against Badu Jack. I thought he did lose, but this young kid, Oleksandr Usyk, he ain't no joke either. I think he's from Canada, man. He got 15 fights with 12 KOs, so he got some pop. He got some pop with him too. He better be focused on that.
Yeah, I can understand that for sure. I can understand that. And well, I think he has to. You're right. I think he has to really focus on his next fight instead of talking about the Bellew. Anyway, I think he should give a guy like Battle Jack a rematch instead of Tony
Exactly.
Bellew because, but I don't see it happening. I guess that's just the politics, they play. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that fight was just a little too close for him, man. He was he underestimated Jack. A lot of people did, but Jack is a slow starter, but he started coming on. He always starts slow but comes on second half of the fight. And I think he was a little bit more than Stevenson thought. But I would like to see Bellew try to get some redemption with Stevenson. Uh
yeah, Stevenson has been talking a lot of shit.
Yeah, I mean, that was what 5 years ago they fought. That was
No,
yeah.
just try to diminish the guy's reputation and also record because he beat him. I mean, some fighters are just like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
they're just like that. And I don't know. I just wish Tony Bellew can win. So that I mean he can retire and be happy that he did the unthinkable. But I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
But you never know. So I'm
It's a
not. I'm
tall order, man.
I'm
It's a
not
tall
God,
order.
bro. I'm not God.
It's-
What do you think about Usyk saying that? Um, what do you think about Usyk looking to move to the heavyweight division if he beats
I
Tony
think
Bellew?
I think he would do well, man. I think just by his punch selection, man, he throws a lot of punches. His movement is real good. He moves around the ring well. People he don't have a lot of power. Um, he got 11 KOs out of 15 fights, man. So he got some pop, but people question his power going up to the heavyweight division. So, but I think he'll do well, man, against those guys up there. I think he can box circles around a lot of those guys.
You don't think a guy like Dillian White will make it a street fight, like a raw fight, like he did to Parker?
Yeah, yeah, but Dillian White, I don't think he moves well. I don't think he moves well. I think that Usyk's speed and footwork would be too much for a guy like Dillian White. Um, and he throws a lot of punches. Parker, he don't throw as much punches as a guy like Usyk, and Dillian White was able to take advantage of that. But a guy who's throwing punches at you and moving, I think that will be a big problem for a guy like Dillian White. I like Dillian White a lot, man. I think he always come to fight. Um, but against Usyk, I think Usyk just will be a little bit too active, a little bit too fast for him.
Well, Dillian White has let's look at Dillian White's career as well. This guy, eh, he used to talk a lot of shit. Then he got whooped by Joshua, and
Uh
after
huh.
that, he had to work his way up. Fighting the likes of Dave Harlan, Robert Elenius, you know, to get back on track. And when Dave, when he was about to fight Lucas Brown, remember what I thought would happen? I thought Lucas Brown will knock him out. You know what I
Wow.
mean? Yeah, because Lucas Brown was more heavy-handed and other stuff. But it shocked me. Just he beat up Lucas Brown so bad, and it was like a movie in my eyes. You know what I mean? So a lot of people, if you look at the betting, the betting score, people picked Lucas Brown by knockout.
Wow.
And
Wow.
yeah, of course, even me and CMD Boss Reports, I think we talk about this as well. I think we did a live stream for that. I don't remember, but I think we did. So, and after that, he beat Lucas Brown. The Parker fight was announced. You know what I mean? So I was like, I was saying, okay, maybe I think Parker will win this. You know what I mean? Because Parker's a better boxer. He has better footwork. Parker wasn't expecting Dillian White to show up that way like he did.
Yeah,
He
I
was expecting
agree.
he was expecting a different Dillian White, but Dillian White that showed up was an aggressive, dangerous Dillian White. And a guy that can rough you up. I think if Dillian White fights Usyk, is gonna make it a street fight.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a rough guy. He likes to get inside. He likes to rumble, man. He likes to rumble.
It's gonna make it a street fight. Usyk would not be able to breathe and everything. It's gonna make it a street fight. That's what will happen, and he might probably knock Usyk out or down. Usyk, in my opinion, is one of the best boxers ever because he's technically gifted. You know what I mean?
I
Technically
agree.
gifted. He knows. I mean, he's like the Lomachenko of the bigger version of Lomachenko. You know what I mean? So, but I don't think he can compete with the top heavyweights. But nevertheless, it could just surprise us. So you never know.
Yeah. Yeah, I
But
mean, he definitely got the skills. You know what I mean? He definitely got
you
the skills.
never know. You know what I mean? So a guy like Water, I would say, okay, he will bust ring around Water, but what if he gets caught with the right hand? That's the problem. I mean, anybody can box, but every power is not easy. Like you saw the other day, what Joshua did to Povetkin. You know what I mean? So he caught him, and the big punchers they don't need to. They don't need a lot of punches to get to you.
Exactly. It only takes one, man. It only takes one, and it
And
can happen at any time. You know what I mean?
and if Usyk wants really, really, I know his ultimate goal is to fight Joshua, but I think it's going to take a long time before he gets to Joshua. He's going to have to prove himself. And if he can be able to beat the top dogs of the division, then that means the Joshua fight will automatically happen. And
I think
Joshua,
that I think that with
Joshua,
his I'm sorry, go ahead.
with his tie, he's going to give Joshua problems.
I think that with his popularity and just by what he's accomplished, by becoming undisputed, I think that Eddie Hearn will make a Joshua fight right off the bat, man. I think his first fight at heavyweight could be a Joshua fight.
No, no.
That's what they're talking. That's what they're talking about.
They're talking, but it wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen, bro.
I think it might,
Ev-
man.
everybody want the payday. It wouldn't happen, bro. He's gonna have to listen. If Usyk beats Bellew, I don't think a lot of heavyweights would be, like worried about that.
Right, right. I agree.
A
I
guys
agree.
like guys like Dillian White have been wanting to fight Bellew a long time, and Dillian White, Tony Bellew even said Dillian White is too big, he's too rough, you know, he's too. I mean, he punches hard, so he cannot. Even Tony Bellew wanted to fight Water, even Water wanted that fight, but I later said, "Oh, Water's too big, man. Standing next to him, this guy is a monster."
Yeah, I seen that.
I know Usyk has sparred with Vladimir Klitschko, and he can do good against Vladimir Klitschko or any other heavyweight, but sparring and fighting is a different thing.
Yeah.
Fighting is when someone is looking forward to key you, just to key you, to rip you out of.
Right. And you're not wearing a 16-ounce gloves either.
Yeah.
That's a
No,
big difference.
no
That's a
head,
big difference.
no head guard or anything. It's just wall.
Yeah.
So Spartan is different, especially when that guy did the ball saying that it knocked Joshua down in sparring, and then ended up going a distance with Kevin Johnson, a guy Joshua stopped many years ago.
Yeah. So who can, you know what I mean? So that tells you right there that it's,
Yeah. Another guy using Joshua's name to grow his popularity.
yeah.
But
'Cause
anyway, we could talk about the Usyk comments regarding water, turn to water soon. After we're done with the Mayweather one, we can go to that one as well. So, your final thoughts and final prediction for the fight before we move to the next one?
Like I said, man, my mind is telling me that Usyk will win this fight, but my heart is saying Tony Bellew. I'm going with Tony Bellew for the upset, man. I think that he's this means a lot to him, man. This is a legacy defining fight, and I think he's going to put everything on the line, and I think he's going to shock a lot of people, man, like he's been doing his last couple fights. So I'm going with Bellew for the upset.
Okay, I think Usyk wins this fight on points as usual. I don't think he's going to Tony Belly out, but I'm not going to count Tony Belly out. You know me. So, but I think Usyk wins this fight on points as usual. I boss him, run rings around him, but I think Tony Belly has a very good chance to to get the upset. But our
Then he's gonna have
prediction,
the crowd. He's gonna have the crowd behind him. They're at the Manchester.
yeah, but you have to know that Usyk has been fighting away. I mean, he fought uh, British in Latvia. He
Mm,
fought this Russian guy. What's his name? The guy he fought last
uh,
to win.
Gassiev, his
Kassiev
name.
in Russian. I
Yeah,
mean, this guy's been fight. This guy's used to fighting away. He don't.
yeah, right, right.
I mean, he's using to fighting champions or fighters in their hometown and beating them as well. So he don't care about the care about the audience. They just
No,
care
I'm
about
saying the audience may will. Sometimes the crowd can will a fighter to do things that they normally wouldn't do, man. Like that when that adrenaline takes over, it could take it to the next level. And I think that crowd, that Manchester crowd, may just be the extra oomph that Tony Bellew needs, man. To
yeah. But the thing is that Usyk is not a trash talker as well.
no,
He's liked by a lot of UK boxing fans. So
yeah,
he's not a trash talker. If he's a trash talker, they would boo him around and make him feel unwelcome. But he's not a trash talker. He doesn't talk shit. He just say, well, let's fight and finish. He doesn't
yeah.
speak English, so that's it, bro. Anyway, thanks for joining me. There's for the guys who have been watching, 6 people, good, no problem. Shout out to all of you, and catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys.
All right.